Hello.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm okay. How are you?
All right.
Can I offer you a koulourakia?
Yes, please.
Can we tell everybody what that is?
Oh yeah, it's a cookie that was supposed to be in a different traditional shape, but ended up being a giant blob on our baking sheet.
We they do taste pretty much like what they're supposed to taste like, but we tried a new recipe and they're not S-shaped like they're supposed to be.
But they taste good.
Nor did we have sesame seeds, but
Yeah, so basically they look like vanilla wafers, kind of.
we made balls. And
Yeah.
they turned into about the size of a vanilla wafer.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah.
A little bit sweet.
And it made like 100.
Yeah.
So, recipe fail. We would have had a video,
But it wasn't worth it.
but it wasn't worth it. Anyway, welcome to episode 12.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Amanda.
And we are the Cancer Sisters.
Dun, 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 dun. Insert music here.
So what's been going on?
Besides the baking fail, let's see. I'm having what I call a bad hip day. Mm-hmm. So on the good side of things, I've been coaching every day and staying very busy with work and stuff. And, I wear my Apple Watch. I don't wear it all day long, so I probably get more steps, but I register about 5,000 a day right now.
Just from work.
Just from work.
Nice.
And it's actually a little too much. But I don't know where the line is of too much. I go next week back to see the hip doctor, and I go back to see what the progress has been with the Toradol injection, and I feel like it moderately helped overall. I still have to take anti-inflammatories on certain days especially, but I don't have to do it constantly. And I hope maybe I would get another one, but I think you can't do it until 3 months, so we'll see.
Really? That's the thing about pain medicine, and I think I've probably said it before, but, I think we often think of pain medicine as something that is supposed to take away the pain, and it really doesn't. It just helps you manage it.
Yeah, I'm never without pain. Clearly, the more rest I get, the better I feel, although I can wake up and
rest by not being on your feet.
Right, but sometimes I wake up and feel like my hip is twisted around itself, and I don't know any other way to explain that. But
that's weird.
Yeah, the muscles are certainly angry, and I've chosen, not to do anything about it. I mean, the game plan is that I don't even want to think about it because I have so many other things to think about, but I think about it every day, every minute of every day. Because I can't get up without walking with an imbalance. And George came over the other day, and it was like the end of Mother's Day, and he was coming to do the maintenance on my property.
Yeah.
And
he made fun of you?
No,
Uh-oh.
I just he's like, "How are you?"
That's what we do.
He's like, "How you doing?" And I was like, trying so hard because I was getting really frustrated. I was just trying so hard not to go into a meltdown because, your thoughts get going and, I feel like I'm walking like an orangutan. I'm so can you picture it? Because I did it for him. I showed him what it looked like.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it kind of I was trying not to cry, but it kind of, that's how I feel. I feel so decrepit. And then, people, no one's been mean, but I get, what's going on? You look like you're limping. And I'm like,
Yes, I am.
So it's just going to be this way for a while. So
Did your doctor suggest any kind of physical therapy, or do you think you would ask for that? Not because, not because it really takes away the pain, but some different concentrated strengthening exercises could really help with pain management.
Kind of not really, because of the point I'm at. It's already, I have vascular necrosis, so from the last scans and the x-rays they took in the office, there are cysts forming. The bone is actually dying. So even though they're keeping the inflammation at bay with the anti-inflammatory, movement is the worst thing for me. He basically would have done surgery that day if he could have, but because I have the other issues and the chances for infection, I can't obviously do it, and it's deteriorating like every minute of every day. I think that's the hard thing I'm thinking about is it just keeps deteriorating. We're trying to keep it from getting so bad that, until such time when I can actually get it replaced.
I mean, what about any modalities to increase blood flow to the joint?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that kind of stuff. But I see the chiropractor because obviously my pelvis gets rotated, and I use the Theragun to try and help with the muscles, and and the anti-inflammatories to help with the swelling so that there's still blood flow, but nothing else. What are you thinking?
Well, there's different modalities that I don't necessarily know about, but there's some, like red light therapy or different forms of electrical stim or sound wave therapies. There's different techniques. I wonder if they wouldn't, because all of them can be about pain management, but about increasing blood flow, and just a combination of those things. I wonder if checking into physical therapy would be a good idea.
I would have to ask about, because blood flow is the goal, because the AVN is a lack of blood flow.
Yeah.
And I do have the red light that I lay in front of at times, when I'm really in pain. Like, that is something I would do today because I'm in that kind of pain. But I don't know I guess I'd have to ask. I'll ask in my appointment, like, what else
when is your
can
appointment?
I do? I just follow up
No, when?
the 23rd.
Of this month.
Mm-hmm.
All right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely ask about that.
Yeah.
So, do you want to talk about the Cleveland Clinic?
Yeah, we can talk about it because it's been an issue since last year last spring, before I started in that round of chemo. There's an it's in its third phase, an immunology trial through the Cleveland Clinic for my exact situation, squamous cell carcinoma originating in the rectum that had metastasized to the lungs. Even though I'm getting told I'm rare and special, they're actually studying that very thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even get an appointment because my insurance is not accepted there. Something I found out recently is that my insurance was accepted at other locations, but not main campus. So I could have gone to like a location in Greene or Uniontown or something. But if I wanted to be part of that study, which is only hosted out of the main campus, I could not have.
Right.
I would have had to pay out of pocket.
Right. So going to one of those satellite facilities wouldn't have helped.
No, stupid. And I'm still in the same situation. But fast forward a year, and I had been fighting my insurance company for, like 2 months so that I could get a second opinion. And everybody is of the opinion that I should go to the Cleveland Clinic. So I kept getting denied and denied and denied, and I was so frustrated that I just paid out of pocket. We might have said this already, but I paid out of pocket to go. And then the next week, an amazing nurse in my surgeon's office,
Your current surgeon's
at
office.
SUMA,
Uh-huh.
went to bat for me and called my insurance company and fought for my case like on record and got like a single case approval. And she was like, so that I could go see the plastic surgeon for a referral to the Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so she was like, I'll do this for you every single time if I have to, which is amazing, but also insane.
Right.
That's not her job. Right. And she was so frustrated. Like, she and my doctors and everyone are so frustrated with what I'm going through in this process that that's what they're willing to do. Like, insane to me. Because insurance
So many
sucks,
problems with
and we're not
insurance.
going to spend the whole, episode obviously talking about that because I hate insurance, period. And I know so many people that do. However, in my frustration, I called the nurse navigator that I saw every time I visited for surgery, for chemo, for anything. She would come visit me, and I just 911'd her, and I was like, what do I do? And she quickly got financial services involved, and then the next day she said, okay, we have to get Danielle involved. And I was like, okay, who's Danielle?
Yeah.
But within the 20 minutes that I was on phone with Danielle, she realized that the state made an error,
A mathematical
a
error.
mathematical error in my first application to get on Medicaid. The reason I did that would be to go to the Cleveland Clinic free and clear. And she fixed it for me. So she's like, okay, you ready to write down your Medicaid number? You're approved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Amen.
means I can go to the top guy, not only in the state, but probably in the country. He's currently in Turkey speaking to doctors, and he has 3 speaking engagements between the last time I saw him and in
when you next
June when I go back to see him.
Yeah. What was his resident who said
It was his nurse,
or his
actually.
nurse we want to get you scheduled, and we'll get you scheduled for early June for that
Yeah, and I was like, so if I get my insurance figured out.
exam under anesthesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, if I get this figured out, can I see him sooner? And she was like, no.
Yeah, he'll be out of the country.
Yeah.
But he
So-
has a fistula specialist.
Yeah, cool. It's in
Colorectal.
the digestive department, but he's the guy. So actually, I hope that when he's in Turkey talking to these doctors, he presents my case and says, "Hey guys,
What do you think?
well, this is crazy thing, because
I just met you, and this is crazy.
it's like the 4th song we've sang today. Money can't buy you.
No, don't.
No, it's so terrible.
So terrible. But here's my case.
Yeah, so what happens in between now and then is that I have another CT on May 30th and a follow-up with my oncologist on June 3rd.
Oh,
Just
I didn't
to
know
see
about
what's
any
going
of that.
on in there. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, because the doctor at the Cleveland Clinic wants that also, which we did talk about last time, that he wants
Another
me in the
CT.
green. So it's been 3 months.
But you're in the green.
Yeah, I have to make sure I'm still in the green. So that happens, and then, a few days later I go to pre-surgery testing. I got to drive back to the same building.
Before the exam?
The week before, which I actually looked at it today. So it's blood draw, height, weight, blood pressure, EKG, and mental screening, which I thought was interesting.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, so I had to do that, and then the exam under anesthesia the following week. And then find out.
TBD.
Yeah. Then hopefully they'll be like, oh yeah, this is something we can actually fix. We're going to do it like this, and it will cause you no pain at all.
Yeah. So we'll be praying for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be no pain. The recovery will be easy breezy. There'll be no infections. You'll hardly stay in the hospital.
Right?
Hardly.
10 days in the hospital, guffaw. That's not happening this time. I don't know why I said that.
Guffaw.
Guffaw. Psht. That's the noise. Well, what's happening with you? Tell us about your smile.
Because everyone can hear my list.
I don't think it's bad at all. Except for that, which you just did.
I'm Invisaligning.
Yeah.
Gonna fix my mouth.
I'm a
I mean, it's only me
little
who.
jealous.
It's really only me who noticed, unless my friends never said anything to me, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm glad she's finally fixing her teeth." Oh gosh. No, but we had such great orthodontia as teenagers, and nice, big,
Yeah.
healthy teeth. And then they all shifted and they all crowded.
Just I don't understand and I can, I don't exactly know, but mom and dad put a lot of money into our teeth.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's fair that we have to do this late in life.
Well, I think I would have had to have gotten one of those perma retainers, which I think in my infinite wisdom as a young 21-year-old or 2-year-old that I think I took such good choices, healthy, wise choices. I think I had it removed because it bothered me.
I had mine for 10 years in the bottom row.
Yeah.
But I would cut my tongue on it, and I finally said, I got to get this thing out.
Yeah. And probably if we had gone back to the orthodontist, they could have done something differently. Mm-hmm. But anywho, there's that. Otherwise, not too much. Sometime in June, I will also have a blood draw.
Oh.
Just to check on things. And then I will also have an exam under anesthesia. Flex-sig, but mine's under anesthesia. And I think that is it for the summer, which I'm okay with.
Chaga? Have you started that?
The chaga mushrooms.
Yeah.
I did once. It does not go with the chai latte.
Gross.
That's gross. It goes with any other kind of tea, and I had a lemon ginger situation with honey and the chaga mushrooms, and it was good. And you smell it; it almost smells like hot chocolate powder, which I don't understand because there's nothing in it besides the mushroom. So, as a natural antiviral, I'm looking forward to doing that more. I'm just gonna make my non-caffeinated teas and try it until I find the right combo.
Okay, so it wasn't bad in the
Nikki
lemon ginger.
who suggested the lemon ginger.
Has Nikki ever listened to our podcast?
I don't know. We'll find out. We just named her.
Giving her a shout out. So.
Yeah. So I got the small container from the link she sent me, which was to Amazon, and I had I combined the 2 tea bags that I had, lemon and ginger, which is good because I don't like either one on their own because the lemon is so lemony and the ginger is so gingery, but together delightful, and a dash of honey, and it was good.
So how much do you use?
It's got a little scoop in it. It's really small.
Tiny amount of it.
Yeah,
I would say a daily serving.
A teaspoon. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll make you a cup of tea right now.
From now,
you can have a not Nilla wafer cookie.
Koulourakia.
Koulourakia.
So your goal is to have it biscotta. It's a couple languages. You can figure out which
Troy one. Una biscotta.
Oh.
Troy, right? Something like that.
It's more like trojo.
No. Now you're speaking Spanish.
No. I said it was a couple different languages.
What were you going to say?
So, I think you should put it on the calendar and do it for a month and see how you feel and report back on it.
Okay.
I want to know.
Yeah, I'll do it I'll have an evening cuppa. Sorry, I said that.
You've said a couple cringy things recently.
I'll have an evening tea with the chaga, and I'll let you know.
Good. And you'll see, it is the end of the school year, but you're busy all the time and you're around a lot of people, and just see how it affects your health.
I will.
Okay.
I'll report back.
Good. TBD.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's just a short little episode 12.
It's a little snack.
Just a little check-in.
A little snacky snack. A little podcast snack. Because we have a lot of content for you to listen to, and that's, if you saw our last video, that was what it is about. That we want you to keep listening to the content and get caught up. Because there's a lot of good things, and we don't want the fact that we talk about cancer to dissuade you from listening.
Yeah, we talk about hip pain, chaga mushrooms, and cookie fails.
Cookie fails. And what are some of the other things? Do you remember? We talked about your lungs and menopause.
Yeah.
and
I'll tell you
Swimming.
this about my lungs.
friends.
This allergy season has not been
Bad.
not been a joy.
Terrible. I
The
sound like a
pollen is
smoker when I
crazy.
cough.
So crazy, and it's brought back my cough, like my little annoying cough, which I had gotten rid of.
I know, but I have your little annoying cough right now.
Oh, that was nice.
But what I want to mention is I was talking about this yesterday for one of my swimmers' parents, because like all her allergies are really flaring. I mean, there's the, Flonase or the other nasal sprays that are keeping inflammation at bay, and that's the big thing. But the other things like sleeping with a humidifier, changing your pillowcases every couple days.
Yes.
Making sure you shower off any of the allergens, especially in your hair, before you go to bed.
With pups,
Yes.
they need to be bathed frequently. Oh, wow. Bathe frequently.
Yeah.
And just because they're shedding like crazy and they're bringing all that pollen in, it's a war.
And for me,
The vacuum
I
and the...
never open the windows in my room. Like, I keep it as a very safe space, and I have something you sent it to me, I think, but it's one of the plants that I have in my room, which is there is a genus, but it's a mother-in-law's tongue.
It's sharp.
Yes, but those are like one of the best for filtering the air. So
Hot tip.
Right? Just some things to help everybody through allergy season.
All right. Well, good luck, everyone.
Yep. Take those and do what you want.
As always, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.